Well, hello everyone. You have right here of talking about credit cards right here, and a lot of times it sure seems that way. That talking about right here for Discover Why Time, and I put this right here talk about for the elections and of course other things to talk about whenever it comes to understanding about doing our studies and everything. But one thing that I did want to talk about is talking about credit card right here. The first thing that you're going to be seeing right here, whenever you do look at any source of spending card, any source of credit card, would be like, yeah, maybe the highest amount of money that you could get, and let's just say that, if you could register, if you could sign up to get pre-approved for a credit card for any source of spending card, that you would see something like, yeah, get approved for a certain amount of money. And most of the time, a lot of young kids and maybe young adults are going to maybe think that yeah, if you were to try to get approved for a credit card, young adults who might even want to know too, if you want to know what a credit card is and what exactly what it's for, but still, that when we talk about credit cards here, but it's like, yeah, the first thing that you think about whenever you think about a credit card, though, is, yeah, shopping. But maybe if it's a donation made for the presidential election or for the elections or something like that, or maybe for the donations to charities or something like that. But one thing to keep in mind, though, with the credit card, though, is that you have right here, talk about with your name right here. And so whenever you do look at a credit card, that they say is toward, okay, yeah, that for whose name is on the credit card, for one, and two, that for what you were approved for. So to me, though, that every time you think about this credit card, though, could you possibly look at that just like a gift card or maybe like a coupon? But like they say is toward, it's not really a gift card. What you're looking at here is that money that you do have to pay back later on, right? And maybe not the full amount, but talk about right here is actually when we do study about credit cards, it's all about the measure about 1 year from now, and like everybody might say that whenever you do think about a credit card, though, that what you're actually accounting, it's like a time period to where that whenever you do start using a credit card, that it's all calculation by time, and so it's like yeah, if it's maybe 4 months later or maybe 1 year from now, but still that why do you think that anybody would you know would like to try to where that yeah, they want to get approved a credit card, or if they want to sign up for any source of credit card, spending card, but still that in case if anybody's wondering that yeah, that for one, that you can actually buy things with this credit card, but still you see this right here, this example right here of this card right here, and you can see this right here that whenever it comes to understanding about spending cards right here, and in case if anybody's wondering that yeah, that whenever we talk about the credit cards right here, that you have right here is this it'll be like a little backdrop right here to where that one of the reasons why I designed this like this right here to where make it real right here, but this actually right here is supposed to be an example right here of a credit card right here. So like let's just say if it said Visa right here on it on the very bottom right here, and let's just say maybe at the very bottom it would say something like Visa right here, and on the left right here will be a spot usually whenever you would read the expiration date along with the credit card number right here, and the details right there, the front and back right there, right? And so in case if we're wondering that, in case of anybody that really didn't know what all that really meant and maybe what it was for or whichever, but still that what's one good reason maybe why that you would maybe want to try to get pre-approved to sign up for a credit card, and let's just say that one of those reasons was because that yeah, that you would like to know how much you would get approved for, and if you do get pre-approved for a credit card, and like everybody else says is toward it, yeah, well, maybe $100 or something like that is what you would like to get approved for, But let's just say if it is 500 to 1,000 or something like that. But still, that whenever you do the math right here, and a lot of times you don't even have to do the math right here. You just fill out the form, the application. But still, that when we talk about credit cards, and when we do talk about doing our homework, right? That what you're doing, what you're putting together right here, I say it's the facts as to where that you fill out the application, and then you go ahead and wait about up to 5 business days to get a response and everything. But still, that when we look at a credit card right here, and you're thinking as toward okay, that having a credit card is having a credit card just like cash. And I would tell everybody that the answer is no, to where it's not like actual cash. What you actually are using is it's like an account. It fits in your it fits in your wallet, and you could even save it on your phone. But still, that look at this is just like having your own wallet. Having a wallet that's assigned to you in your name, but you can actually keep this in your wallet, and you can use it for either way of how you have access, and so you would actually use this as like a electronic wallet right here. And so whenever you do think about that, and you're warned toward okay, $500, and so if we're talking about with the elections right here, and you're thinking as toward okay, that if you're going to make a donation to maybe to the presidential campaign or something, for the elections right here. And let's just say that, if you got a code that you can use or something like that, but still, that, so everybody might say that, first of all, that with this card, that you actually, you're actually are spending money electronically. You're not using cash. What you're using is you're using it electronically. So that's one thing that to keep in mind about the card, though, that you're using it electronically. But here's the thing, that whenever you do spend money electronically, and I guess this is another example of what you call win by surprise or something like that. But still, if you pay with a credit card, and let's just say if it's maybe 30 days later, you earn points and you earn rewards, and then you get the emails about what the next steps are. And so it's like, you have more, especially if it's a secured credit card, you would have these more security, more capabilities, and so that's why it seems that way, that whenever you do look at a credit card, though, that in case if anybody's wondering, that I know what a credit card is. It's a card, that works by credit. But that there's a lot more to it than that, in case if anybody's wondering, that the one factor to remember is to where that whenever you do have a credit card, by the way, that not only are you spending money, but also that whenever you have a credit card, that you are able to buy things. But then still, that a lot of people would maybe even want to know too, that that and a lot of times that whenever you do spend money, that sometimes it's maybe about 5 or maybe 10 days later before you do maybe see a return, you maybe see any electronic receipts or something like that. But still, but when you talk about online donations and everything, that you're also talking about that the difference between actually using cash and actually having a credit card, though, is that you would actually have a lot of this information recorded on a receipt. It's sent to your account, to where it's an electronic document that's sent to your account, and that's why it seems that way, that whenever you first sign up for this credit card, that people might even say too that I'll go ahead and sign up for the credit card if if I do know for sure that about how much do you think that I would get approved for. And so that's why it seems that way, that that And if we were to actually do the math right here and 102, that how much is 5 and 5? You'll go into, and so that's why it seems that way. That if you were to actually work the math right here, that how much do you think? And like everybody might say, that if you were to actually have a credit card, that what are the chances that maybe that credit will maybe go up to 2,000 or something like that? Yeah, by 20% or something like that. So like let's just say that if you were to actually do the math right here and 102, do the calculations right here, and you're warned to where that $2,000 within the first within the first 35 months right here, and that seems like a long time, and I think everybody would maybe even agree that that within the first 35 months, and 35 months, it seems like a long time, and I know it seems like a very long time. So every time you think about that, and you're warned to where that that's maybe one reason why that I would not want to use a credit card, because of those reasons right there, because of the fact that it's 35 months of work right here, and knowing that with all that you're going to get maybe after 35 months of work right here. So altogether, 35 months, that's about maybe 3 years, and maybe if you think that you would have a credit of up to $2,000 right there, you're ready in your bank account, that you can spend however you like. But still, that in case if we're all wondering that what are the chances are that maybe that's possibly going to happen whenever it comes to taking care, you're doing your fair share of the work, and then also being a good boy, being a good girl, whichever you want to call it. But on your hand, that whenever you do the math right here, and you're thinking as to where that if you were to actually take the time to study a little bit more about it, and everybody might even say that really, that what's one thing to keep in mind whenever you have a credit card, though, is that is it really that difficult, just to manage that, or like they say, is to what's your favorite part about having a credit card? And everybody might even say that what's my favorite part about having a credit card? Well, for one, if you put it in your name, so you say that it's yours. It's your money right here, and if you do get approved, and I'll tell everybody that most of the time, that if you're going to have a credit card, that's one thing that I really like about it, is that to where that if you put a credit card in your name, that why do you think that really makes you feel important whenever you put it in your name? That means that it's your property, and it's yours, and so that's why it seems that way. That it's yours, and so that's why that's one reason that I would probably sign up. And I'll tell everybody that it's yours. So that would be one of my reasons why that I would sign up for a credit card, is that whenever you do figure it out, and if you apply for a credit card, that would be one of my reasons why I would sign up for a credit card, is that if by the time I figured it out, and then by the time you got approved, and just say is to where that's one of your favorite parts, is that it's your that is your credit card, and that that's how you use it, and then that's you can use it, spend that money however you like. So that would be one of my favorite parts about having a credit card, is that to where that you actually whenever you're pre-approved, and you can figure it out, and then they say that it's your money right there, and but on your hand, with having a credit card in your name, using a credit card will be your responsibility to make sure that the funds are there, so that way that those payments are completed. And but a lot of people would say is to where that a lot of those terms of use and everything all go into all these details, right? And that's really something that maybe not everybody really looks forward to. And maybe if you can, explain why. Well, because it's a lot of reading. It's a lot of reading for one, and then also that from the way that what most of them talk about is that most of the time, whenever you do think about a credit card, though, that all that reading that you really need to just to explain what they do if there's a payment or two that's late, or something like that. But still, that just making sure that your payments are made on time, but then also making sure that you're checking your mail, and that just to make sure that that what the top responsibilities of using a credit card will be. And like everybody would even say too, that a lot of stuff about having a credit card, having any source of account, really, that is it true that you would maybe you would you would be surprised about what the rewards would be. And so that's why it seems like is to discover why time right here. But still, that I just thought to mention that about having a credit card, because I know everybody would say that, to where that you don't really have to be really good at math just to be able to manage a credit card, which and then sign into your account too. And but still, that whenever you do study about a credit card, though, that one thing to keep in mind, though, about having a credit card is that it fits in your wallet, and then you can actually learn the basics about how it works. And like they say, that whenever we do speak about a credit card, that it can be your best friend, but it could also be one of your enemies. But still, that on the other hand, that when we do speak about a credit card, though, that everybody would even think too, that is to where that it was a lot more complicated than maybe what you thought it was whenever you first heard about it. And but still, that you always want to know too that having a credit card, it's a card with credit on there. But if you want to call it, like everybody say, if you want to give it a nickname, and give it a nickname of something like that, it's but the way I think about it too, though, that when we do speak about credit cards, that knowing that whenever you do have one that you can keep in your wallet, right? That they say is this toward if it's the same thing as cash. But I'm like, well, really, you don't really have to count the money each and every time. When it's on the card, you just swipe the card, and then allow it to. What you really need to do for sure is read the card. Read the detail for what's on the card there. So make sure that most of the time that's really what it is. Is that whenever you do have a card, that they say is this toward it, make sure you read the terms of use. Make sure you read it very well, and kind of see inside for details. Those sorts of things which you usually hear, right? But anyway, that's talk about, it's like about having a credit card. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.